The bedroom felt unbearably still, the kind of silence that presses against your eardrums until it hurts. Only the low drone of the air conditioner and the pounding of my own heart filled the space. My hands trembled as I stared down at Sarah's phone, its glow cutting through the darkness and lighting up our wedding photo on the nightstand. The two of us, frozen in time, smiling, oblivious. The message on the screen blurred before my eyes, but the words refused to disappear. Can't stop thinking about last night. When can I see you again? It wasn't from me. The name above it, Chris, felt like it was carved into my brain with fire. My chest constricted. I sat down heavily on the edge of the bed, the mattress groaning. Beneath my weight, as though it too felt the crushing weight of betrayal. 17 years. 17 years of shared mornings, family dinners, school drop-offs, bills, promises, all of it suddenly paper-thin. Had I been living in a lie all this time? Had never gone through her phone before? Never even been tempted? But tonight, when she left it charging on the counter and went into the shower, something inside me whispered to look. Maybe it was the way she'd been lately, distant, but trying too hard at the same time. Her laugh sounded rehearsed. Her eyes slid past mine at dinner, and those late-night work calls she took in the garage. I told myself it was stress, that midlife strain. Every couple hits. But now, holding her phone, those rationalizations collapsed one by one. I scrolled further. You make me feel alive. Miss you already. Each message cut deeper, each word tightening the invisible noose around my chest. My fingers went numb. I wanted to throw the phone, to smash it, to wake up and realize this wasn't happening. But the sound of the shower turning off froze me. A moment later, the bathroom door opened. Sarah stepped out, wrapped in a towel, her wet hair dripping trails down her neck. The moment her eyes landed on the phone in my hand, she stopped. Her lips parted, and a flicker fear guilt. Something crossed her face. "Mark, what are you doing?" she asked, trying for calm but failing. Her voice cracked halfway through my name. I lifted the phone, my throat dry. "Who's Chris?" The color drained from her face, leaving her looking ghostly under the dim light. For a split second she looked cornered, then forced a brittle laugh. "Chris, from work. It's just work messages. Team stuff. Why are you even looking at my phone?" She stepped forward, reaching out, but I drew back before she could touch it. "Team stuff," I snapped, my voice trembling. "You sure about that?" "Because can't stop thinking about last night doesn't sound like a project update to me." She folded her arms tightly, the towel shifting slightly on her shoulder. "You're overreacting, Mark. It's a misunderstanding. Give me the phone." But I couldn't. I couldn't let it go. Images of our kids flashed through my mind. Elise braces when she laughed, Jack's quiet grin that mirrored mine. For one horrifying instant, a thought I'd never had before punched through. Me. Were they even mine? My breath caught in my throat. I shook my head, trying to stop the thought from spreading, but it was too late. Every moment, every smile, every touch now seemed painted over with deceit. The locked phone, the late nights, the faint cologne that didn't belong to me. How had I been so blind? "Tell me the truth," I said, my voice cracking. "Are you sleeping with him?" Her eyes widened. "How dare you?" she snapped, clutching her towel tighter. "After everything we've been through, that's what you think of me? Then explain this," I shot back, holding the phone. "Up between us. Explain this message." But she didn't look. She turned away, her shoulders curling inward. The silence that followed was worse than any scream. I wanted her to deny it, to fight, to say I was wrong, to beg me to believe her. But she just stood there, her back to me. The droplets from her hair tapping softly on the floor. "Sarah," said more softly, my anger giving way to something closer to despair. "Just tell me the truth, please. I can handle it. I just need to know." She turned slowly. Her eyes shimmered with unshed tears. "It's not what you think," she whispered. "Chris is just a friend. Work's been so stressful, and you've been so distant lately. I needed someone to talk to." "Needed someone," I repeated, barely recognizing my own voice. "What about me, Sarah? What about us? We built a life, a family, and you." "What? You text some guy because you needed someone?" It wasn't physical, she blurted, stepping closer. I swear, Mark, it wasn't physical. It was emotional. I got carried away. I'm sorry, emotional. The word hit harder than any confession of an affair could have. So she'd given him what she'd taken from me years ago, her attention, her laughter, her heart, the part of her that used to belong to me. My hands trembled. Then why hide it? I asked, my voice low. Raw, her gaze fell. Because I knew you'd react like this. Didn't want to hurt you. Hurt me? I laughed bitterly, the sound hollow in the still room. You didn't want to hurt me, and yet you've gutted me, Sarah. You've destroyed everything. Were tears spilled down her face, but I couldn't move toward her. Not anymore. The distance between us felt infinite. I thought of Ellie and Jack sleeping down the hall, unaware that their family was fracturing just feet away. My chest ached at the thought of what this would do to them. I stood up slowly, clutching the phone in one hand. I need some air, I said, my voice flat, drained. Mark, please, she whispered, reaching out. But I stepped away. Her hand fell uselessly to her side. I walked out of the bedroom, through the quiet hallway, past the photos of our smiling faces. Each one felt like a lie now. Outside, the night was cool and sharp. I sat down on the porch steps, staring at the phone's black screen. I thought about calling him, about hearing the voice of the man who'd stolen my wife's heart. But what? Would that change? The damage was done. That's when I noticed her car parked crooked in the driveway, angled as if she'd rushed in. Something glinted through the passenger window. I stood, heart thudding, and stepped closer. There it was. Man's jacket draped carelessly across the seat. Not mine. Not from this house. The breath left my lungs. Every fragile hope, every denial I tried to cling to shattered in that instant. The truth wasn't just on her phone. It was sitting right there, in plain sight. I stared at that jacket for a long time, the world blurring around it. I didn't know if our kids were truly mine, if our love had ever been real, or if the man I thought I was even existed anymore. But one thing I did know. The life I'd built with Sarah had just ended, and the person I used to be had ended with.